Anyone? But don't take too long. Just have a presentation for 5 to 6 minutes, not more than that. Clear? Yeah. One by one, you go with your presentations. Who's going to start?
Ma'am Priya.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, Priya.
Hello, and a very good evening to you all. I, Priyarani, am going to present the scam of 2001. That was of Indian capital market scam done by Ketan Parekh. So the question arises: who is Ketan Parekh and how he does that? Did that scam? So if anyone wants to share his opinions or what he wants, what he knows, you can share. Is anyone? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Do you know anything about him or this scam?
Yes, I know, but not that much.
Okay, what you know, like you know, what could you please speak? Or I have to go further.
You can continue.
Okay. So basically, Ketan Parekh is a stockbroker from a former stockbroker, not right now, from Mumbai, India, and uh, he was also convicted in 2008 for the Indian stock market manipulation scam that happened in the late 1998 till 2001. And talking about his career, he started his career in the year in the late 1980s at NH Security, a recognized institutional brokerage firm. And after that, he came in contact with the Harshad Mehta, a well-known stockbroker, and subsequently joined his firm, Mehta's firm, Grow More Investment. And it was also been involved in the 1992 Indian stock market scam. So the question arises how he made that kind of scams, like what are the techniques that he used to, and how he bluffed with the SCB, RBI, or the banking system of the country. So for this, he also used the techniques that was earlier used by Harshad Mehta, that was pump and dump. So what happens in this technique? Basically the investors invest huge sums of money into the market and starts creating an artificial demand of shares of a particular stock. And as the demand increases, the price increases and reaches its peak. And when the price reaches its peak, the investors, either retail or the institutional investors, gets extracted and starts investing. And when the price reaches its height, all the bulk shares are being sold. This is the dump technique. And so through this technique, investors like Ketan Parekh, Harshad Mehta made a lot of money. And but I just want to explain one more thing over here. Since I told that techniques has been used by Harshad Mehta as well as Ketan Parekh. So what are the difference between the techniques and how they used it? So there was basically no difference between the techniques that was used by both the people. Only difference was that the Ketan Parekh targeted institutional investors and the Harshad Mehta targeted retail investors. So we should know about the retail investors and institutional investors as well. So for this, retail investors are basically the investors who bought or sell the securities for their personal accounts. However, institutional investors bought or sell securities for a group of institutions they manage. And risk-taking ability for the retail investors are less as compared to the institutional investors. And the financial planning and you can say about the management of institutional investors are very sophisticated as compared to retail investors. And so also that was not the only technique, pump and dump, through which Ketan Parekh made such kind of a scam. For this, he also used a technique of circular trading. And what circular trading does, so it inflates volume as a way of trading, that so that the security has it running. So what latest look what happens in these techniques and how they have been used. So for using this technique, the same shares are being bought and sold by the large number of investors, that just to show that there is an increase in the volume, and that is a kind of also a kind of fraud. And for this, what this volume indicates, as the volume increases, we find that it represents that the number of trades done on a particular day for a particular time. And you know that when trades increases, the volume increases, and it ensures that there's liquidity. But this is actually not liquidity, liquidity. That is just a kind of fraud. And for this, Ketan Parekh made a lot of money. And talking about for this, like these two techniques, you find that there is an investment. So for the investments, Ketan Parekh must need money, and so from where he get that huge sums of money. So that for this, he didn't only fraud with the markets, capital market, he also frauded with the bank. So let us take so let us look how he frauded with the bank. So Ketan Parekh desperately borrowed a huge sums of money from the Ahmedabad bank, Ahmedabad-based Madhapura Mercantile Cooperative Banks. And the bank issued pay orders running into crores of rupees without having cash payment or collateral. So at first we should know what is pay orders, and without having much payment or collateral, how he has been given that much amount of money. So pay orders are basically issued between the banks at one places, and they are being issued when the issuing banks receives uh, sufficient cash payments or collateral. However, in this case, you find that the Harshad Mehta uh, colluded with the Ketan Parekh colluded with the Ramesh Parekh. And Ramesh Parekh was the then chairman of the Madhapura Mercantile Cooperative Bank. And so the latter issued a pay orders without having cash payment or having sufficient amount in the bank's account. And when Ketan Parekh went to Bank of India discounted rupees 137 crore, and that bounced, and Ketan Parekh only returned rupees 7 crore rupees. And for this, Bank of India went to the criminal court against him. So you find that this kind of a scam happened. But what was the scenario, or what was the economy of the country, India? So during that time, in the year 1997 till 2001, we have a dot-com boom in our economy. It means the investors are basically attracted towards the telecom sector. So Ketan Parekh took the benefit of this, and what he did, he started looking out for the share that have been low, that have low market capitalization and have low liquidity, and he starts investing and manipulating in the same way using those two techniques. And for this, what he used to do, he mainly invest in the 10 companies that was of his own companies, and later that become famous of the name K10 stocks. And that were Global Telesystems, HFCL, Silverline, Z Films, Telefilms, DSQ Software, Aftic Infosys, Penta Media Graphics, Satyam Computers, SSI, and Ren Vaccine. Now, as that was a scam, and we came to know about that because must be exposed by someone. So the scam was exposed by the same lady that also exposed the Harshad Mehta scam, that is Sucheta Dalal. And for this, she has been awarded with the prestigious Padma Shri Award in 2006 for her excellence journalism. And that was the exposure the game scam. And after this, SEBI and RBI came up with measures reforms. And in these reforms, you will find that RBI at first used to inspect the accounts or the sub accounts once in 2 years. However, after this scam started investigating twice in a year. Even SEBI also allowed banks for collateralizing when it was being lending only through BSc and NSC. And do you know what the penalty that was given to Ketan Parekh during the convictions? He was banned for trading into the Indian stock market till 2017. That's all about my presentation. Thanks for being a patient listener.
It was nice explanation, Priya. So do you have any doubts? You can ask Priya. No doubts?
Nothing, ma'am.
Yes, Priya.
Ma'am, I can ask doubts regarding this.
Yes, you can. You can ask your questions also.
Okay, ma'am. The questions that arise in my mind was, if ma'am, someone scams that kinds of measures, if someone does some that measure scam, he might be allowed in the trading. Like he was not participating directly in the market, but he was indirectly participating in the market or not.
Okay. So anyone can answer this.
Ma'am, indirect participation is, yes, it's possible, ma'am.
But how it can be done? Like if someone does and
Okay, let's suppose I am convicted for anything, no doubt, but on my behalf, anyone can trade. It's my, see, if I have money, just like a case of any politicians convicted, get into the jail, but still he fought elections on behalf of his family. Same like, if yes, he can. So indirect participation in market, whether trading or anything else, is possible.
but his license must be seized.
See, it's I don't know about broker. Since you told that Ketan Parekh was broker, so I don't know about the brokerage firm whether. But if we talk about the trading, now trading is possible on my behalf. Anyone can trade. See, may not be on my name, but my investment can be there. Yes, my money can be used for trading.
So next, continue with your presentation.
Next, Prashant.
Okay. Uh, is the screen visible?
Yes, Prashant.
Okay. Yes. Good evening. Hi, good evening, everyone. So I will be talking about the fodder scam. I think one of the, the popular scam of the Bihar, and the popular and one of the most popular person was convicted in this scam. So basically, let me explain what is fodder. Fodder is nothing, but in Hindi it is chara, means the grains and the foods that is being provided to the cows and buffaloes. That is fodder. So the fodder scam was in between 1990s to 1996, and it was not a single day scam, but it was actually a series of scam that took from almost 1990s to 1996. So just give me answer. Do anyone know him, the person in this
Yes,
PPT?
yes.
Yeah, who is he?
Lalu Yadav, the ex-chairman,
Yeah,
sorry, Chief Minister of Bihar, as well as the Central Railway
yeah.
Minister.
Yeah, he was one of the major he is the one of the major convict of this scam. So now I will start explaining the scam in a very short span of time. So what happened? It was when it was Bihar and Jharkhand was a single state. It was not divided. So it was the time of 1990s, when the finance commissioner of Bihar, he saw that a lot of huge amount of bill has been passed for the fodder. Actually, at that time, the government was providing free fodder and medical services to the person who is serving cow or buffaloes. Okay, so there was a free everything free, just like fodder was free for the people who was having cow. So for that, government used to transport and government used to store the things, store the related things in their treasury, in their government used to store that. So for that, government used to pay the bill to the suppliers. But at that time, the finance commissioner saw that in a frequent manner, a lot of money has been transacted in regard of this. So he got some doubt, and then he wrote a letter to the district magistrate of each and every district of that time, Bihar and Jharkhand, and they asked a complete audit for that. He told that, okay, no problem. If there is a transaction, no issue, just give me the proof where these all money, why this all money has been transacted from the treasury of a Bihar government. Okay, so this was the first time that doubt has been, and at that time the third chief minister was the Lalu Prasad Yadav of the Bihar. Okay, so the first case of the scam was spotted in Chaibasa. Chaibasa is a place in Jharkhand. Okay, so how this actually what happened? Na, the when they asked for the audit, no one was able to present the data. So the district magistrate of that time, district magistrate Amit Khare, raid on the animal husbandry department. And when he visited there, he saw that the papers were burning. The people, the the officers is present there were burning the papers. So the scene was very clear that now this is a kind of a scam and people were afraid of that, so they were burning the legal papers. So how this scam was took place is a very funny incident, and it was a very popular scam, but the basic idea, every scam has some idea behind that, but this idea was worst. This idea was really worse. So what I told you, that the free fodder for animals, the Bihar government was providing free medicine. So to transport all these things, Bihar government needs a supplier. Bihar government needs transportation, all those things. So what officer was doing, he was not, in reality he was not transporting anything. In reality he was not taking anything from the supplier, but a fake receipt was generated for that. When all those things were seriously investigated, see, when the investigation was going on, and the investigation was going on the transportation department, they saw that the cows and buffaloes were transported on bike and scooty. The vehicle number that was mentioned on in the paper was a lot of number was of the bikes, scooty, taxi, auto rickshaw. Can you imagine the idea behind the scam? So in this way, the scam was the scam was caught, and the first case of the scam was in Chaivasa treasury. And from there it was clear that this is not the only incident, but it is a series of incidents. So the scam has two major convict. Actually, a lot of people was engaged, but the two major and the two famous personality was convicted in this scam. One is Jagannath Mishra and second one is Lalu Prasad Yadav. Both of them were the ex chief minister of the Bihar. Jagannath Mishra was from the Congress party and Lalu Yadav from the Janata Dal United Party, JDU. So this was the Lalu Prasad Yadav, how he was convicted for various crimes, various scams. So he has withdrawn almost 37.70 crore from Chaibasa treasury. That was fake on the basis of the fake receipt. Again 89.27 lakh for Devgarh treasury, 33, and the major transaction was 139.5 crore from the Doranda treasury, Jharkhand, situated in Ranchi. So for this, Lalu Yadav was sentenced for the 14 years of the imprisonment. So this was all about the fodder scam, how on the basis of the fake receipt, fake bill, the people used to withdraw money from the treasury department. And almost it was just a part. I have showed you the just part. The Lalu Yadav and Jagannath Mishra was just a part of that scam. The total scam was of 950 crores Indian rupees. 950 crores Indian rupees. That's all about the fodder scam. Thank you. Thank you for the listening.
Next, Poonam.
Hello.
Just a moment. I'm sharing the screen.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
So good evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am. Today I'm gonna present. A case study on fake stamp paper, and which was done by uh, Abdul Karim Telgi, who is actually born and brought up in Bengaluru, and who was a graduate person, BCom person, and who was searching for the job, and uneventually done this case. So starting with the stamp paper. What is stamp paper, and for what purposes it is used? Stamp papers are actually of two types, majorly judicial stamp papers and non-judicial stamp papers. Judicial stamp papers are those paper which are used for the court purposes, and non-judicial stamp papers are those which are used for various registration purposes like insurance policies. And it can also use for different types of tax collections, revenue collections, and it can use for the agreements, affidavits, and it can also be used for the transfer of properties, immovable properties, movable properties, and it also acts as a bonds and promissory notes. So coming to the introduction of Abdul Karim Telgi. He was a son of a railway clerk, and whose mother was a housewife. And after his father died, he was having two brothers who used to sell the fruits at the railway station. And then he was searching for the job. He came to the Mumbai. Then he was placed in a company with the job profile of sales executive, in which he was not used to earn a good enough money. And then he moved to he thought that he's having a good opportunity in the Middle East, that is Saudi Arabia. Then he was not happy even there also. Then he returned back to the India, and he started travel agency office. He used to issue fake passports to the one who is facing legal problems, and also to the one who are immigrants and not having any proper documents. He also used to issue to those who are not eligible. And unfortunately, once upon a time, he got arrested and he went to the jail. And in the jail, the case actually came into his mind, that is how to do a fake stamp paper. Then he met Ratan Soni, who was a expert in crimes. Then he told to Abdul Karim that doing a small crime is not enough. Do something big so that he can get famous also, and can earn some money also. So after that, he came out of the jail and started implementing the idea which was given by the Ratan Soni. So what he did is, he hired many of the MBA graduates also. He started making politician connections, and for selling of stamp papers, he with the use of politician, he make sure that make sure supply to make supply short of stamp papers. And then he spreaded his sale of stamp paper in 13 states, involving 176 officers, 1,000 employees, and 123 bank accounts, and 74. And yeah, as I told, he first time arrested for the fake passports in Mumbai, and then he met Ratan Soni there, who was expert in foreigner, and then he got an idea, and then he came out of the jail and started business of stamp paper by acquiring license. And then how he used to do a stamp paper, real stamp paper, which is also a fake. But what he used to do is, actually there was in an ASIC there was a office which is securities print office, where the scrap is used to get sold, and in which he used to buy that scrap, and then he used to do that stamp paper xerox with this scrap. So and then he finally and then after the sale of stamp papers, he got arrested in 2001 by a police officer by doing special investigation. Then yeah, the method which he follows was first he came out of the jail. He made the politicians contact with the politician, and he spread the chain. And then he, not only in one state, he has spread his sale of stamp papers across the country. He spread, and he also hired the MBA graduates who were professionally talented, and then he used to sell at a bulk. And what was the major thing how he used to sell is, he used to sell the stamp paper at discounted price. And for the shortage of stamp paper, he used to tell the post persons that to deliver the stamp papers at the wrong places, so that he can sell his stamp papers more at a more volume. And then after the special investigation done, the major key players were the politicians, the two MLAs from Andhra Pradesh, that is, and Maharashtra, Krishna Yadav and Anil Ghote, and former AP President CBK Yadav, who was previously former Mumbai Police Commissioner R.S. Sharma, former Joint Commissioner of Police Crime Branch, and then Deputy Commissioner of Mumbai, that who is a whose name is Pradeep Sawant, and Kishore Patel, who is a suspended IPS officer. These were the major players, and the scam is of 32,000 crore scam. And it was all happened between 90s to 2003, and then he finally died in 2008 in the jail itself. Thank you.
That's good, Poonam. So if
Thank
you
you,
have
ma'am.
any questions, you can ask.
No, ma'am, I don't have any questions.
I'm asking others also.
Okay.
If they have any questions, they can. So if you don't have any questions, carry on with the other person. Next.
Ajay. Ajay.
I think Arpita is ready. You can tell her to start.
Okay.
I will give it in the next day because I'm joining in my phone.
Meanwhile, others, whoever is ready, can you just present your PPT?
Mayures.
Sorry, I'm not prepared.
Why lot of time has given to you, na? Nearly 1.5 week, I guess. What happened? Why didn't you prepare?
Actually, I had my college final presentations as well.
Next.
Pratik.
Sorry, ma'am. I also not prepared. I will give in next meeting definitely.
Ma'am, no one will be ready.
Totally, 13 members. Why? What happened? Till now, only 4 of them have, I guess, 4 of them have presented. Others, what happened? Lot of time has given to you. till now, why did you prepare?
Ma'am, please give me only 2 days.
2 days for presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? It's already 1 week of time has given to you. Why didn't you prepare?
Ma'am, some students are busy in college project then.
Okay. Okay then, we'll have meeting again on tomorrow. Will you prepare for tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. So rest of them prepare for tomorrow's presentation. Only tomorrow is the last chance for you. There will be no last chance. There will be no chances given for you to for the presentation. Is that clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Priya, do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. I have given presentation, so need to join tomorrow or not?
Yeah, no problem. If you have any works, you cannot join.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good day, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So do you have any doubts? So tomorrow at what time? Same time? You have presentations?
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure that everyone is going to prepare for tomorrow's presentations without fail. I need all the presentations tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.